Hello, everybody. Please do not mistake the possibility that I look tired as either lack of enthusiasm or anything else. It is literally just I am getting tired. This morning I filmed my reaction to the Liar Game Galaxy Master Plan clips, and then I realized that I was kind of too tired to film this video, so I did a nap, thinking that maybe that would wake me up a bit. And it didn't really, but I do feel less tired though, so that's cool. I'm also a little bit bummed out because there was something I was really looking forward to tonight that apparently got rescheduled, but like it doesn't actually say when it got rescheduled to. That sucks too, because this has been like really built up in my head, because like I was invited to it, and then like literally 1 month ago, I like messaged the person who invited me, like saying like, hey, are we still going to that? But then I looked back at the poster that they sent me and I was like, oh, wait, it's next month, as in now, March 13th, not then, which was February 13th. And they were like, oh, no problem, it's all right. But then, like, and now today is the actual day, and they like made a little group chat with me and the other people in it, and then it got rescheduled by the people running it, I assume, and they're saying sorry for the inconvenience, but we ask for your understanding. Okay. Anyway, I do want to say that this goes hard. This goes hard, but also like I feel like there's stuff to be revealed here. First of all, I love that there's money on the ground. Like I literally I bet like this is like could not be more timely, because I literally had just a couple of weeks ago, like I think less than a week ago. I think it was last Sunday. So March. I'm so sorry. I'm so disorganized. March 8th, I sent a message to a Christian group chat where I kind of like I was just saying I was kind of like making an indirect jab at Christians who are all about money, or like I was mainly talking about Christians who like pretend to be nice or holy by like the amount of Bible verses that they know, but without actually being nice to people or like helping people who not only are in pain, but like people who like actively ask for help, like not even just providing genuine respect to those people. But like one of the things that I said is like those types of people, those type of fake Christians also tend to be the ones who are after money the most. I love in this image how Akiyama's holding out his hand like this. I know that that's like an iconic thing in one of the images where he kind of looks naked, but like, you know, I also like Akiyama and Neo are often wearing Christian crosses. I don't think they are in this image. I'm not sure if they'll go with I think they will go with religious symbolism though, because I specifically remember in the trailer, like right before Akiyama says it's your hopeless honesty that keeps getting you tricked, we see an image of an angel statue. And so, like, you know, which doesn't mean anything. Like, it wasn't like Liar Game was ever blatantly about religion, but it's like the symbolism's there. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Sorry, EDM music, as people in the Smart Character Debate community often listen to. Where is it? Here it is. It's this. Yeah, this. Currently at 150,000 views on the dot. Holy crap, in just 2 days. I love how my recommended here, like it's Athena P again, Doctor Who, EDM, Liar Game, Christian thing, Smart Character Debate thing. That's just funny. Anyway, so we have new cast members again, and we have a truckload this time. And again, I just want to like focus on this poster, because this poster is interesting. Obviously, Akiyama and Neo are front and center, and then in the background, we have, I think, are all these people from the Minority Game? Because that's kind of like how it is. Like for people who are really wanting Yokoya to show up, like I really don't think. I think Yokoya is technically a spoiler, because they wouldn't spoil Yokoya until they spoil like his whole team in Contraband Game, because like people like hype up Contraband Game and Musical Chairs so much, but they forget that like the first 3 arcs are pretty good, and they follow the same characters. Like, obviously, round 1 is just Akiyama, Neo, and Fujisawa, but then we get introduced to, like, a whole bunch of people in Minority Rule, and a lot of them do, like, just leave after Minority Rule. But those that stick around are with us for Minority Rule, Downsizing Game, or Layoff Game, and the Contraband Game. And Contraband Game is also when we get introduced to Yokoya and those people. So But there was exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people in this picture. Then Akiyama and Neo would make 15. I would make 16, and then there's supposed to be 22. Like that's like a big part of that game is that there kind of has to be 22. I assume there will be 22. I assume the others are just like background characters that are going to leave right after the game, so they don't really matter that much. I assume this blonde woman near the center is going to be Fukunaga. They have the old guy over here who gets recruited to their team just because he's an old guy and they don't want to be recruiting people who are young men because of how X is described. I just find it interesting. Like, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, yeah, so we have their whole team here because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 girls here, plus Neo and Akiyama is 5, 6, plus Fukunaga, plus the old guy. Not saying that Fukunaga is not a girl, it's just she's like an exception because she's like the traitor. But anyway, so, but yeah. Anyway, so blah, 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 let's go down to the casting. We have already read the comments from the actors playing Neo and Akiyama and Lironara and Fujisawa and the lawyer cop guy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 new comments. So 1 for each of those people above, I assume. So let's take a look. First we have Teruyuki Ida, played by Yasutaka Tomioka. I'm so sorry. I know that even if I got that right, it was not pronounced the way that I was supposed to. So this guy is, I don't really know how to describe him. He's one of the NPCs who is going to be on their team, and like, okay. But he's played by this guy, and his comments are I only read 2 of them beforehand, but he says, "I can hardly believe I get to be part of Liar Game. If I told my past self about it, they'd probably think it was a lie. The contestants who take part in this high-stakes game of money and mind, where losing means the end, are all formidable players with the resolve to match. It's such an extreme situation, you have to stay sharp, outmaneuver your opponent, and win. Honestly, Tomioka probably wouldn't be able to keep up at all. But Ida is different. He came here prepared. Everyone, please send Ida your enthusiastic support." I find it odd that like he's not being like the others where he's saying thank you for your support. He's saying please send support. And I also find like I really like his comments. Like he's obviously very into it, and like like if all these cast members were assigned like, hey, leave a little blurb for your fans and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, he says like Ida is different. He came here prepared. Like, if they're just going off of the manga, like, it's not like he did anything that big. He just kind of like goes ahead with what Akiyama says. Like, he's not really doing much. But I don't know. I mean, like, go for it, buddy. I mean, maybe the anime will be different. I don't know. But anyway, then we have Takahiro Kikuzawa, played by Shoya Ishigi. Kikuzawa, I don't even have to search up who that is because I know that he's the guy who briefly turns traitor during the Contraband game, but he's played by this guy who says, "I've been a huge fan of Liar Game for a long time, so when I heard it was getting an anime adaptation, what? And that I'd actually get to be a part of the Liar Game as a voice actor, I was shaking with surprise and excitement." How long is this? Like, so has all these voice actors, like, literally just been, like, rounded up recently? Because, like, the Liar Game anime was, like, announced officially, like, at the end of summer last year. So they must have really been, going quick with these voice actors, because the announcement was not that long ago. Alongside Neo and Akiyama, they would have to do the voice acting first before the animating, right? Like, wouldn't they, like, have they been working on this for years, or are they, like, rushing through this? Because that's kind of a bit concerning, but I don't know. Maybe they got it in the bag, who knows? I mean, like, people will talk about how Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like, they were abusing their workers, but it turned out pretty good in the end anyway, so I don't know, whatever. Alongside Neo and Akiyama, many unique and colorful characters appear in the story. I hope you'll look forward to seeing how these characters interact and take on the game in the anime. I'll give it my all, bringing Kikuzawa to life. It's gonna be interesting because, like I kept saying, like a lot of these characters are essentially NPCs, but with these voice actors, if they all take their roles seriously, like, it could be interesting. Like, we could actually, like, feel like these characters are being fleshed out. Like, even if their dialogue isn't really that different, like, just hearing their despair and stuff like that could, and other emotions could, like, actually help with making them seem like individual people. Hiroto Kitamura, played by Ryosuke Asano. That name sounds familiar, but just because the name sounds familiar doesn't mean it's from Liar Game. It could be, like, from something else that I heard. Oh, it just says he was number 5 in the second round. So, like, he wasn't even that, he's just a guy in the Minority Game. But he apparently doesn't really play any significant role. The wiki doesn't even have a picture of him. So maybe he'll be sticking around for longer, or maybe he's just a background character. Like, I don't know. I wonder if, because, like, you know, like, the fact that the anime has only shown from round 1 to Minority Game does make it a little bit worrisome of, like, oh, what if they don't even make it to the layoff game, you know? What if they don't even make it to the revival round? And I'm just kind of hoping that, like, the reason why we haven't seen any clips of that is because it would kind of spoil who makes it that far, and also Fukunaga if they're going down the certain route. Something I do like about Fukunaga is, like, I'm not sure if this was intentional or not, but, like, the idea that, like, she becomes a better person as she embraces her feminine identity, like I think that's, like, pretty cool, because, like, otherwise you're just kind of like, it's kind of mocking transgenderism, but, like, if you look at it from that angle where, like, Fukunaga becomes a better person as she embraces her true identity, then I think that that's actually a pretty progressive message. But anyway, so this guy says, I'm truly honored to be part of Liar Game. If I were ever placed in this game myself, I think I'd probably end up just like Kitamura. What did Kitamura do? Like, like, it's kind of funny because, like, the plot of Liar Game is so, like, burned into my brain that, like, it's kind of hard for me to think back to when I was first reading it, and I was thinking, like, oh my god, like, this is so intense, these characters are so malicious. Like, in round 2, pretty much anyone who doesn't stay after round 2, like, I don't even remember. Like, I wonder if the anime is gonna really be diving into the Minority Game. Like maybe we'll really get to know all these characters, because, like, I wonder if that would be a sacrifice that'd be worth it. Like, we might not make it to Contraband Game or even the revival round, but if they really go in depth with all those different characters in the Minority Game, maybe it'll feel worth it. I don't know. Watching Kitamura sometimes feels like looking at a reflection of myself, which gives me a very strange feeling. There are so many different kinds of characters in this story, so I hope you'll find someone you can relate to and enjoy the series through them. I'm really curious, like were they really, like, pitching to the, like, was someone hired to sit in front of all of these actors and say, this is your character, like, this is what you need? Because, like, all that I, like, feel like is, like, that they're pretty much all NPCs except for, Neo, Akiyama, Fukunaga, Yokoya, Horomoto, and his group. Everyone else is, like, literally, like, interplaceable. Like Kaiwa, like the big muscular guy, like, he helps Neo and Akiyama in Bid Poker, but that's only because he was in that situation. Like, he was in a crappy situation and desperately needed help. Like, if any of the other characters had been in the same situation, they probably would have done the same thing. It's the same thing with Contraband Game. Like, they recruit those traders over to their side from Yokoya's team, like, not because they're special as people and unique individuals, but just because they were the ones who tricked them, so they're the ones who are going to feel like they screwed up. And but Akagi does stay back and help them, so that makes him a little bit unique. But anyway, Tetsuzo Sato, played by Taro Kiyuchi. Dang, this guy has a pretty sick picture. This guy was like, oh, okay, this is going on your website? Okay, I'm going to be holding a nice little, what's it called? I've used these things before. I think most people have used these things before, but I don't remember what they're called. Are they called dumbbells? I don't know. I do recognize that name. Like I feel like that's 100% a real, that character from Liar Game. Hold on. Oh, I need to type in Liar Game because apparently it's also the name of some famous Japanese director or something. I think all these names are like exclusively Japanese. Okay, he's just this guy. He's this guy with a black scalp. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But yeah. He was number 1 in round 2, and he does stick around for the revival round. And then I assume that means that he'll be in Contraband Game 2. Right, who's the guy who leaves in the layoff game, the revival round? Sorry, I didn't even read his comment. As I read through the script, there were many moments where the complex rules and clever traps left me completely stunned. Cool. So this guy's not a fan. I love it. I love the idea that he's sitting down and reading this script and is like, for the first time, and is like, oh my god, this is so cool. Because that's the thing, like, with the trailer, like, I'm impressed that there don't seem to be that many comments that are saying this feels like a ripoff of Squid Game, but that might be because any comment that leaves something like that is just getting, like, buried and, like, disliked into, but, you know, it's really cool, like, the idea that, like, people are, like, because all it takes is a quick Google search to realize that Liar Game has been around for 2 decades. But anyway, in this game, where lies and truth are constantly intertwined, I found myself relating to the characters as they struggled desperately while being thrown off balance by the game. I poured everything into portraying that intensity. I hope you'll experience the thrill of this extreme situation, where no one knows what the right answer is. Even Neo struggles to come up with stuff sometimes. Alright, this is one of the female characters apparently. Makiko Tamura, played by Riko Akechi. Okay, here it is. Tamura Makiko. For a second I was like, is this character not from the manga? Okay, she's just one of the girls who joins them in round 2. Okay. So I wonder, like, you know, because how many episodes? Because, like, everyone, like, most of the people in the Liar Game community just kind of considers Minority Game and the Revival Round as games that we just kind of have to get out of the way. But, like, again, like, as I said, like, it's very hard to, like, think back, because we know of what happens next. Like, it's hard for us to think back to those early chapters and remember that, like, yes, they might seem annoying now because we're just thinking, just get us to Contraband Game, but, like, those were what hooked us in. Like, they are what we read first. So I think, like, us as Liar Game fans, like, really need to put ourselves in the mindset that, like, this anime is trying to get a new fan base. And the way that it has the best chance of doing that is by doing it exactly how the manga did, because that's how the manga got us interested in. And, you know, and there will, like no chance that it won't, like, there will be new people who discover Liar Game because of the anime's existence, and there will be people who want to read the manga to find out what happened next. The only reason that I ever read the Alice in Borderland manga was because of the live-action Netflix show. I had no interest in even checking out manga before Alice in Borderland, but I was so sick of waiting for season 2 that I went ahead and read it. And there will be people who are invested, like, just like with Tomodachi Game. Like, even though it feels like Tomodachi Game, like, isn't famous, like, it definitely got a new fan base because of the anime, and I am part of that new fan base, and so are lots of you guys. Like, if you found out about Tomodachi Game after the anime came out, chances are you found out about it because of the anime. Not saying that you wouldn't have found out about it otherwise, but, like, it's probably, like, someone either recommended it to you or you found out about it or something, all because the anime pushed it into further popularity. I'm sorry, I gotta start reading these comments more. I've imagined many times what it would be like if I were a participant in the Liar Game, but I've never once been able to picture myself winning. I have nothing but admiration for Neo and Akiyama. During recording, I tried to keep in mind both the anxiety of being caught up in the game and the sense of excitement that's impossible to resist. It's a true honor to be involved in such a beloved and enduring classic. Thank you for your support. So she's been getting support, apparently. Okay. That's what I just read. Let's go down. I don't remember this guy. Daisuke Dano, played by Toshinari Fukamachi. Interesting. Is this another guy who just sticks around for round 2 and then bails? I gotta type in Liar Game again. Apparently he's also a deputy director. I'm not seeing anything pop up. I assume all these characters... Oh, shut up, phone. What happens if I just go to the page specific... Oh, I just got sent to Yahoo, sorry. Liar Game round 2 wiki. Okay. What was his name again? Oh, yes. It's like 2 D's. Where's the, I'm sorry, I don't want to be taking too long on all of these things, even though I've already have. So the person above was Tamura, and she... Excuse me? Is there a problem? Sorry, do we have a problem here? My window just crashed. Ugh. Oh, come on. Go away. If you're gonna crash out, then just go away. Oh, what is happening? Sorry, my laptop's having a bit of a bad day. Oh, wait, hold on. Come on, Liar Game. Round 2, a wiki. Let's go. Round 2. Let's go down again. Sorry, what was her name? Tamura? I just want to... Tamura. Is she here? Yeah, Tamura Makiko. What about Dano. There is no one named by that here. Maybe he's just one of the other unknowns, because like number 6, number 12, number 16, number 17, number 15 too, number 20 and number 21 are all unknowns. So maybe this guy is number 15. Like maybe this guy is number 15. Like that would make sense, right? Because like he was never actually given a name in the manga. I'm excited to be playing Dano, the mysterious man number 15. I was right. I never imagined I'd have the chance to appear in Liar Game, so I'm incredibly thrilled to be a part of it. With its intense battle of wits and psychological mind games, the question remains, who is really lying? I hope you'll enjoy the suspense as the story unfolds. This guy doesn't sound as into it, but whatever. I'm not like saying that everyone has to pretend like Liar Game is the greatest thing ever, like me, but Okay, next is Kosuke Tsunoda, played by Naoya Miyase. I like his hair. I think it's a he. I'm not entirely sure. There's no way that this guy's also made up. Yeah, okay, it's because the names are switched around. Okay, he's number 8. I think it's a he. I should just try be saying they. It says that they have light brown hair that is at medium length and spiked up. He wears a striped long sleeve shirt is what it says. It's revealed by Fukunaga that the two have formed a group. Okay, so another person who gets kicked out at the end of round 2. But let's see what this person has to say. I'm honored to be voicing Kosuke Tsunoda. In this ruthless game of deception, the players engage in incredibly high-level strategies. During recording, I found myself constantly pushing my brain to keep up and fully grasp what was happening. Yeah, because the thing is Minority Game, Fukunaga's way of doing things is hard to wrap your head around. Like I remember once there was a person on Reddit saying that they were having trouble figuring out what Fukunaga really was, and I tried to explain, and I think I did managed to finally get them to understand it. But my number one piece of advice after I tried explaining it was just go and watch the J drama, because the J drama uses chess pieces with Fukunaga and Neo in that white room perfectly to demonstrate it. I completely understood the strategy once I saw that, and I didn't really understand it that much in round 2. I think I kind of got it, but I didn't really care that much and just wanted to see what was happening. But the thing is, all these characters who are saying that these strategies are so complex or whatever, it just makes me think it's such a shame, because I don't think that they're talking about Contraband Game. When I first heard them talking about numbers and numbers and more numbers, I was thinking that sounds very Contraband Game-esque. But there are numbers involved in Minority Game and the Revival round too, so it's I don't know. I hope you look forward to the thrilling developments of Liar Game as brought to life in the anime. Thank you for your support. So this person's getting support. Okay, let's see. Okay, final stretch, guys. We got 7 left, so we're halfway through. Rina Nishihara, played by Misuzu Yamada. Yamada sounds familiar, but this is the name of the actress, not the character, who is number 14. And yeah, okay, she's the one with the funny things. Like, you know, it's again, it's kind of weird because like the fact that like all these characters kind of just get forgotten about after Minority Game, like I don't know. Anyway, what does she have to say? I'm Misuyuzu Yamada, the voice of Rina Nishihara. I like how each one of these people have like slightly different ways of saying what they're doing. Like a lot of them are just like jumping right into it, and then other people are like, I am this name, who's voicing this name. I'm truly happy to be involved with Liar Game, a series I watched as a child through the live-action films and the manga. At first glance, Rini Nishihara may seem a bit straightforward, and you might even wonder whether she can make it through the Liar Game. I hope you'll keep an eye on her as the story unfolds. Is there any particular reason for that, or is it just because you're playing her? Like, even though I already knew how the story develops, recording the scenes was still incredibly suspenseful. With the addition of animation, music, and sound, I believe the series has become even more griping, so I hope you'll enjoy it. Next is Shin. Oh, I like this guy's vibe. I don't know why, but I just like the way how he's like sitting there. Like he looks chill. He looks like someone who like I would want to hang out with, and then we'd like hang out at a coffee shop, and then he'd very quickly realize that I'm a weird person and then never want to hang out with me again. But sorry. Okay, it's totally not based off of real things. Shingo Fujita, played by Taiji Kimura. Ooh, Kimura. The name of a significant character who will definitely not be in the first season, but is also in Usogoi. Usogui. One day we'll figure out how that's pronounced. Okay, number 13. Who is this? There's no picture, so I think just another person kicked out after round 2. I mean, these people got to exist, right? Like, I'm glad they're giving these people all spotlights and like commenting on the website, because that's awesome. But anyway, like I'm kind of wondering, like, is there any, like how many people who have never read this story before or watched it are like coming to this website? Because like this like really like builds up each of these characters, and I hope that like people aren't disappointed that like a lot of them get kicked out of round 2. But like, who knows? It's okay. It's fine, because round 2 is a genuine game, as I've been saying. Fujita seems like an ordinary guy at first glance, yeah. But how will he make his moves in the Liar Game starting from the second round? So you're kind of, okay. With many new characters joining the story in round 2, I hope you'll enjoy watching while forming your own theories along the way. I remember, like, specifically reading the manga, like, even though Chapter 1 does actually say this round of the Liar Game, it never actually registered in my brain that it was going to be more than just battling Fujisawa until the very end of Chapter 6, when Neo finds that letter and it says directions for round 2. I remember like feeling myself like becoming hooked. Like Liar Game latched onto me when I read that. But anyway, so I hope you. But like again, like as I was saying, like it feels like the existence of round 2 is technically kind of a spoiler, but like no, really. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy watching while forming your own theories along the way. I think you kind of have to like make it apparent that there is a round 2, because like I remember like I'd be showing people the first couple episodes of round 1, and they'd be saying like, you could just kind of make this a movie and not a show. And I was like, oh, no, there's way more coming up. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy watching while forming your own theories along the way. I'm truly honored to be a part of the long-loved series Liar Game. Thank you for your support. Is this the guy that we just did? Yeah, okay. So 5 left, guys. Jun Hosoye, played by Misano Sakai. Again, Sakai sounds like a familiar name, but that's the name of the actor/actress, not the character. Jun. Who is this? In the Korean... What? Excuse me? Sorry, what was her name? Jun Hosoye? Hosoye? Oh, okay. In the manga, it's Jiun, Jyun, but on the website, for some reason, it's just Jun. Okay, yeah. And another one of the people who's just going to join Akiyama and Neo's team in round 2. I first encountered Liar Game when I had just started elementary school. I remember reading the manga from my cousin's bookshelf and feeling this thrilling sense of excitement, like I was experiencing something meant for grown-ups. I'm really glad that, like, you know, like, oh shoot, I'm running out of battery? What? Come on, man, come on, don't be running out of battery. Nah. I'm gonna make it upstairs. I'm gonna make it. Phone, shut up. Okay, I'm gonna restart the footage, hold on. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit stressed out because, like, in 5 to 10 minutes, like, I have to leave to go pick up my mom. But anyway, like, I really appreciate that, like, a lot of the female cast here are saying that they also grew up reading the manga. Because, like, I've heard people say that, you know, like, when asked, like, what would you do differently if you were making the manga, like, I always say that I would, like, add in more female characters. Because, like, you know, like, for round 2, like, they recruit a bunch of the girls. But again, like, there are less girls than guys there, and then most of the female characters leave after round 2, except for 2 of them. So for the revival round and the Contraband game, it makes sense that their team is mostly guys, because that's just kind of how it worked out. But, like, then we're introduced to, like, a whole new team of people in the Contraband game, and a whole new group of people in the Pandemic game, and, like, more people, and stuff like that, and with the exception of Horimoto's group, and one woman who plays a significant role in Bid Poker, all these people being introduced are guys. And, like, I've seen people say that, like, they did that because maybe the guys would have made it that far, which, sure, buddy. And then I've also seen people say that it's mostly guys because it's targeting a young adult male audience. But, like, I don't think that's really... Like, I don't think that just because that your audience is mostly young adult male means that most of your characters will be male. Like, I think that's actually even more of a reason to make some of the characters female, is because then, like, you're kind of teaching your audience that, like, men and women can interact and they're the same and all that. I love that we are different and pretty much the same. But it's like, sorry. But yeah, anyway. So it's nice to know that, like, Liar Game isn't just being read by guys. But anyway. I first encountered Liar Game when I had just started elementary school. I remember reading the manga from my cousin's bookshelf and feeling this thrilling sense of excitement, like I was experiencing something meant for grown-ups. The story was so suspenseful that I couldn't stop turning the pages. Being able to work on a series that holds such special memories for me truly means a lot. I hope you'll enjoy the intense game of deception brought to life in the TV anime. Let's experience it together. Okay, who's next? Yuki Makihara, played by Ayu Gumazuru. Sorry, I just want to check something here. Good? Okay. Sorry. Yuki Makihara. Okay, Yuki. Let me just search for Yuki. Played by Aya Gamazuru. I already said that, but... Sorry. Come on, paste it. Yuki. There we go. She's number 7. Okay. Another one of the girls who's going to join down. Over here. I'm truly honored to be part of Liar Game, a series that sparked a cultural phenomenon during its original run and continues to be loved by so many people today. The episode I appeared in was full of edge-of-your-seat moments, and so you're only in one episode? That is interesting. If you only appeared in one episode... the Minority Game is probably getting through in, like, just 2 or 3 episodes, which maybe that means that we will be getting Contraband Game, I don't know. The episode I appeared in was full of edge-of-your-seat moments, and even while recording, I couldn't help thinking, what's going to happen next? The excitement and suspense never stopped. I hope you'll enjoy the intense psychological battle of deception and counter-deception. Okay, 3 more, let's do this. Fumio Matsubara. Matsubara sounds familiar. Does he have a picture? Okay, there it is. Ryu Nishizawa. Nishizawa also sounds familiar. But again, that's the name of the actor, not the... Okay, he's number 4. Oh, he's the old guy. Okay. I mean, yeah, I didn't want... in his picture, he does look like an older guy, but, like, he's not, like, an elderly person. The character I play, Fumio Matsubara, is the owner of a small business. Burdened with heavy debts during an economic downturn, he enters the insane world of the Liar Game in order to repay them and to protect his family. I love how, like, they're really developing these, like, NPC characters. At first glance, he seems sincere and gentle. Are you not? But as the situation grows more extreme, he is pushed to transform into a liar.
I approached this role with the intention of carefully portraying his desperation, his sense of urgency, and the inner conflict he feels as he wavers on the boundary between right and wrong. I hope you'll enjoy the intense psychological battles Matsubara faces against the other players. I mean, as far as I'm aware, though, you just kind of get recruited by Akiyama and Neo, but you do stay on, like, until the round before the final round, but, like, I don't know, anyway. Okay, next. Takayoshi Miura, played by Taku Yashiro. Who's this guy? Oh, sorry, I keep remembering I'm supposed to copy only one name. He's number 11. Oh! Hello. Okay, so you're the guy who helps Neo. You're the guy who stays for the revival round but then leaves in the revival round. You're special, buddy. You're special. Okay, hold on, wait. Like so, like in the manga and anime, like his hair is all poofy, and here his hair is all clean. I'm truly excited to see Liar Game finally being adapted into an anime. One of the biggest highlights of the series is the fascinating human psychology that unfolds within its unimaginable high-stakes money game. I wish you said games, but maybe that was just lost in translation. Because you do play 2 games, buddy. Technically 3, but one of them is off screen. Whether you're already familiar with Liar Game or discovering it for the first time, I hope you'll take this opportunity to immerse yourself in its world. You stole that from the people making this, or they stole it from you. Because I've heard that before. The whole you stole that from the author, didn't you? Like wasn't that what the author said? Hold on, wait. Where's the original creator? Here it is. Oh my god, I love how Shinobu Kiyotani literally has his own section in the website. Yeah, he literally says, whether you're someone who feels nostalgic for this series or someone discovering it for the first time, I believe this story will resonate with you in some way. I hope you'll look forward to it. Whatever, I'm not like saying that the guy sucks for stealing the comment, but like, it just kind of goes to show like how cool that comment is. And next is Hitomi Miyahara, played by you, Tichi. So it literally says like her first name or last name, I guess, is Yu, like Y-O-U, me, Taichi. Okay, totally normal character. During breaks, many of the cast members are chatting and laughing together, but the moment recording begins, the atmosphere changes completely. It becomes a suffocating world where people at their limits deceive one another, doubt one another, and struggle to survive. From calm analysis and sharp rebuttals to true personalities gradually being revealed and even the occasional shout of frustration, every moment of it is incredibly exciting. That probably makes me sound like someone on the game organizer's side. It literally says brackets laughs and brackets. But the character I play, Hitomi, is actually one of the participants. Please look forward to her appearance. Okay, sorry, I'm way overdoing it. Okay, that was fun. I wanted to get through this because I want to try and have this video uploaded like this weekend probably, and my mom's gonna be home for the whole weekend, and then when my mom's home, then I feel like I can't like talk as loudly as I do. I can't like be my truly authentic and excited self towards this. But before I head off, I do just want to see, because like Junket Bank is also getting an anime apparently. Does it have a website yet? Like apparently it has this poster, which is pretty cool, but I'm not sure if that's official. Like what happens if I type in Junket Bank anime website? I don't see anything yet, but okay. I mean, I don't know anything about Junket Bank. Like, I just know about the summary on Wikipedia, and I know that, like, some people talk about it, and, like, that it's getting, like, some recognition within the smart character debate community now, but it's kind of sad because I just see people, like, saying, who outsmarts, this guy from Junket Bank or, like, some other guy from another franchise, and the only people who are responding are people who are, like, openly admitting that they haven't read Junket Bank. But anyway, go Junket Bank. I'll be rooting for you next time. But yeah, I don't know, like, should I read the manga before I watch the anime, or should I just watch the anime when it comes out, and then maybe I'll feel inspired to read more of the manga, because apparently the manga is still running, and has an even more similar premise to Squid Game than Liar Game does, but started in 2020, so it still came out first. Like, I find that insane, but anyway, okay, thank you all so much for watching. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Bye bye. Gotta go pick up my mom.